No, no. Oh god. Don't hit the shell. Oh. Maybe. Ow. Yeah. Yeah, that'll do. Cool. Basically what I thought I would do before I set out and go and start filming is give you guys a little bit of a run through of what equipment I'll be using. Now obviously if you're not a photographer and you have no interest in getting into photography and wildlife photography, then you probably don't need to watch this video. If you're a photographer and already know what you're doing, you probably don't need to watch this video. But if wildlife isn't something that you've tried to photograph before, this might be a good start into what you might need and what might help along the way. So first things first, when it comes to wildlife photography, it's not just about a camera when it comes to wildlife photography. A good pair of binoculars is always going to be a massive help in trying to find the wildlife in the first place. Spotting the wildlife, figuring out where you're going to set up, what composition you're going to want to try and get, and then moving into position. I use a pair of Celestron Trail Seekers. They're 8x42, which is kind of your typical bird watching or wildlife watching binocular. These are waterproof, weatherproof, anti-fog. So a really good pair of binos with good optics is the perfect starting point. Now I've got a bit of an issue because the camera that I use to photograph on is also the camera that I'm using to film on. I don't have a second body yet, can't really afford it, don't really need it because I don't do too much of this, but I'll show you guys. So I'm using the Fujifilm X-H1, I've got a Rode video mic, and I've also got a Atomos Shinobi monitor. So that's the camera that I use. There's an 18-55mm 2.8 lens on there, which is the kit lens, really decent kit lens from Fujifilm. A few lenses that I've got as well. I've got the Fujifilm 50-230, just a standard kind of little telephoto lens. Quite good if you've not got the distance, but I never really use that, that's just there just in case. Most of the time I'm using this 100-400, 4.5-5.6, with a 1.4 teleconverter on the top of that. So this I think is a 1.4, 1.5 crop or something like that. So you've got like 600 to 700, 800 mil or whatever it is. Either way, you've got some good focal length on there. I try and keep it as close as possible, and if I can get away with photographing without the teleconverter I will, just because sometimes I find when you're at max focal length with that teleconverter, the clarity and the sharpness seems to decrease a little bit. I've got the 60mm 2.4 macro lens as well, just to get some nice detail shots. I have a Samyang 12mm cine lens, which is a 2.2 I believe, 2.2, that's really nice. And also sometimes if I decide to, I use this manual slider from Newer, and it cost me about 30 quid. Really easy, and I've got a Manfrotto ball head, tripod head thing, I don't know. I just use a cheap travel Manfrotto tripod. I need to get a new one because it's falling apart. The past couple of years of expeditions have royally ruined it. Yeah, got some stuff I need to get, but as it stands, not really got any work going on, so we'll just make do with what we got. Now I need to move all this out of the way. I have two kind of bag options. My Pelly Air case. Typically I use this for more commercial shoots. Really secure, crush proof, weatherproof, dust proof, waterproof, life proof, expedition proof, and it's designed to fit in your carry-on on a plane. It's got a little trolley as well, so you don't have to carry it. It does get heavy carrying all of this, especially this, on your back. But usually when I'm doing wildlife, obviously it's not that good to be taken out in the forests, in the woodland. It's just good for travel, really, more than anything else. The main bag that I do use is my Lowepro Whistler BP450AW2. I teamed up with Lowepro last year on a few expeditions that I went on, and they sent me out this new bag. It's incredible. I'm not going to do a review because I'm not a reviewer, but it's a really good bag if you like being outdoors with your camera. Keeps everything safe, dry, really well protected. Good bag. So there you have it, that's the kit that I use when I'm going out on my daily walks to try and find and photograph wildlife. Time to go to the woods and see what we can find. See you in a bit.